Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan Cheverton, and I'm here to speak about how Real Connections has had such a tremendous impact on our family. Actually, Brandy Orton invited me a couple of weeks ago to come and speak, and I thought, public speaking, oh dear, but you know, I thought that there's such an important story to share here about my mom that I had to come and share it. And then as I was sitting there, I was thinking, you know, my mother has a story, and every member of the Real Connections community has a story. So it's very brief. Brandy gave me a time limit, so so anyway, my mom was at one time a very active member of the Claremont community. She was involved in many organizations as a leader and a speaker. Her life was filled with social activities. And after my father passed away, she remained in her home, living alone. Well, over the past few years, we noticed subtle changes in her mental capabilities. She was becoming a little confused, withdrawn, and needy. It was pretty sad. But she still seemed healthy enough physically to stay in her own home, but the lack of stimulation was really stifling. She had nothing to do. She had TV and visits and outings with me, but that was about it. And because of her age, we really didn't have an appropriate social outlet for her. My brother and I were at a loss. He lives in Northern California, and through his involvement with the Committee on Aging, he was introduced to Real Connections. Coincidentally, there was a Real Connections opening up here in Claremont right at that time. I think we got really lucky. And we soon met with Brandy Orton, the program's coordinator. And after the evaluation process, Brandy put together a program for my mom that would begin a new and exciting chapter for her, beginning at, if you can believe it, 91 years old. And I must admit that I did feel a little guilty in the beginning, allowing others to drive my mother to her various activities. But I had to learn to let go and trust that everything would be okay and would work out. And slowly, my mother began to show a renewed sparkle and enthusiasm, something that seems to have almost been extinguished, truly. She loves her weekly social gatherings with her new friends at the Enrichment Center. Real Connections makes sure she gets there. My mom does have impaired vision, so she doesn't read much anymore. But Brandy found a wonderful volunteer reader who is a retired Claremont physician. My mom really looks forward to his weekly visits. And in the summer, Real Connections takes her to concerts in the park, where you'll likely, this is great, you'll likely find her dancing with the volunteers. We go to monthly Real Connections potlucks, and my mom has evolved from needing to always sit by me with her hands folded in her lap to being able to visit with the other Real Connections members and not wanting to leave early. Wonderful. My mom was at one time an Arthur Murray dance instructor, and for many years has dreamed of dancing again. And when Brandy found out about this, she found a senior ballroom dance group. Can you believe it? Goodness. My mom was so excited, she would carry her dances around, her dresses around the house, counting the days down, literally going from room to room. And I even bought her some special sparkly dance shoes. She loves the attention and companionship she's found there. And my mom's friend, Mary Schmidt, another Real Connections member, was also an Arthur Murray dance instructor. In fact, you'll often see them sitting together, comparing notes. My mom is once again seeing the beauty and color in her life. It just kind of chokes me up, really. That was slowly beginning to slip away. She feels connected to life again, and her passion for living and connecting with people is back. Now, we don't know what the future holds for my mom, but we're so grateful for the quality of life she's enjoyed this past year due to the wonderful care and attention she's received from the Real Connections community. Thank you, Real Connections. It's been a big help for me as well. And I also have to add that my mother couldn't be here today because she has to go to her ballroom dance group. Yeah. And I really would have loved for you to meet her because she is just such a wonderful, inspiring, and positive lady at her age. When I call her now, this didn't happen before Real Connections, but when I call her now in the mornings and I say, "Hi, Mom, how are you doing?" And she'll say, "Hi, Susie. Well, I'm dressed and I'm ready to go. Somebody always comes by to pick me up." So it's wonderful. Thank you so much, Real Connections community.